Vitor Pereira and Wolves had a tough start into the season, facing Manchester City. Being dominated by Reinders in the midfield and Haaland in the attack, they lost 4-0 on the season opener. But even before that, things weren't looking great. Wolves sold Mateusz Cunha for 74 million euros to Manchester United, and he seems to have settled in there nicely in pre-season. Let's not forget Ait Nouri was sold to Manchester City for 37 million euros and immediately started against them, playing a full 90 minutes during their devastating loss. In terms of signings, Wolves just made the Strand Larsen deal permanent for 27 mil, whilst bringing in talented, unexperienced Fer Lopez for 23 million from Celta Vigo, John Arias being another signing for 17 million from Flamengo, and David Wolf coming in to replace Ait Nouri for 12 million, led to a total spending spree of nearly 80 million. That might sound like a lot, but it feels like it won't make up for the loss of Cunha and Ait Nouri, who were involved in 32 goals last season when Wolves had only scored 54. What can we expect from Wolves this year? So what happened in the last season? Wolves came into the 16th position with 42 points and a minus 15 goal difference. And apart from Cunha signing for United and Ait Nouri signing for Manchester City, we are looking at multiple others leaving the club in this summer. It is Sarabia, who has gone to Al Arabi, which is in Doha. We are looking at Semedo, who has gone to Fenerbahce. Guedes has joined Real Sociedad for just like 3 million. Craig Dawson has been released. Mapiu has been gone ahead and sold with a buyback clause, and King has been let go to join Everton. Oh, and Boubacar Traore has been sent out on loan to Metz in France. Apart from those things, we are looking at Matt Doherty, Kiana Hoover, and Fabio Silva, whose contracts are running out next season, which means it is time to make a decision. Either you're going to be extending, or these players are going to leave on a free next season, or you will sell them now to make the most profit out of it. So it seems like Doherty and Kiana Hoover, especially because Semedo has left, the right back position is completely open. It seems like these two are more likely to stay. Silva, however, apparently AS Roma and Dortmund are interested, and Wolves is actively trying to sell, so I'm going to put him onto the transfer list right now. And I don't think he would play ahead of Strand Larsen anyways, who I believe got 14 goals and 5 assists last season. And so I've sold him for just about 29.4 million. Fabio Silva is joining Aston Villa for us. Now, when it comes to how Wolves lined up in their first Premier League game of the season, we're looking at Strand Larsen up top in a 3-4-2-1 formation. Munetsi and Bellegarde supporting him, Kiana Hoover on the right, Andre and Gomes in the middle. Wolves comes into the team as a left midfielder basically. Totti, Agbadu and Doherty are holding down the centre-back positions with Osesa in goal at the age of 32. Fer Lopez actually came on into the game as a substitution, so we are looking at that as well. And a bunch of players have returned from their loan deals, including, for example, Hugo Bueno, who was out on loan to Feyenoord. So yeah, let's see what happens with these players. But I'm going to be completely honest. First season, I'm not going to touch the team. I'm not going to make any more transfers unless I find rumors of Wolves going after players. But we're going to see if this team can survive on their own. By the way, lads, Arias, who they signed from Fluminense for 17 million, sadly is not in the game. So I cannot put him into the team. Apparently, Wolves were in for Juan Luis Sanchez and Marc Pubil. Now, Pubil, a player I've used recently, has apparently joined Atletico Madrid. So they couldn't get that deal done. Juan Luis Sanchez, who Wolves have been going after for a while, is more interested in joining a Serie A side at the moment. I believe it was Napoli, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not looking good there either. Seems like Wolves are missing out on all the transfer targets right now, and I'm not seeing many rumors around other players as well. If in doubt, always look after what Fabrizio Romano is saying, and he says Wolves are closing in on Jackson Chachua deal as new right back. Let's make it happen. Chachua now joins us as a new right back, and Wolves are actually getting a deal done, which is exciting. So this man is from the Serie A, Hellas Verona, to be honest, to be exact. Anyways, he is walking in at a decent rating as well. 76 rated right back / right mid. Anyways, let's put him into the team here. I can't talk. He comes in as a right back who can play in right midfield. 6'1", whip pass, jockey, anticipate, and rapid. And he's 24. That's a good signing. And Fabrizio doesn't stop right there. Just a week ago or so, he actually said Mati Sablin attracting interest from Paris FC, Eintracht Frankfurt, and Wolves. That would be a solid signing. Last season for Nantes, he actually managed to get 11 goals and 2 assists in 36 games. This guy is a bit of a decent talent that is making the rounds in terms of more and more rumors popping up about him. And now the new lad is joining. Ablin is the one to come in and possibly replace Mateusz Cunha. This is a big move for him. Whether he joins a team like Wolves, who can sell players like Cunha for 70 million, or joins Eintracht Frankfurt, who can sell players like Ekitike for, 80 million euros? This is a good move for him. Moving from Nantes to a team like Wolves would be good. Another step in his career that he needs to make. 77 rated, which I do really like. And it's such a necessary signing as well, because we do not have anyone apart from Kalajic, who actually at Stuttgart at one point was great, but after that, the injury and everything, he's never really properly recovered. But Ablin comes in right now into this team as a 22-year-old with 86 pace, 78 shooting, who I could easily pop into that. Oh, there you go. Cam position, the one that basically Cunha would be playing, and he can just do that. He can be the supporting cast to Larsen. Positions have been changed. Ablin is on that 77. Gomez and Andre have dropped down in their rating, if I'm not mistaken. Then we're looking at Chachua on a 76. That's totally fine. Wolf drops to a 70. And actually, Bueno, turned into a left midfielder, goes up to a 77. So he's probably going to play for me moving forward, and he actually had done a decent job at Feyenoord too. And so it's time for us to finally test this team up against Nottingham Forest, who seemingly signed Ferland Mendy. I wanted to test myself against this team because Forest was down there fighting against relegation, and instantly our goalkeeper makes a good save. We try our best to score some goals as well, but things aren't necessarily working out. It is a draw against Forest, showing our weakness this season. After that game, we have sent out Kiana Hoover, Pedro Lima, and Rodrigo Gomez on loan because we need these players to get playtime, whether it's going to be a sale down the line or anything, basically. We need them to grow, and this is how it's going to happen. And here we are at the end of the season, and the question is, have we survived with the players we had? Wolves, 14th ahead of Leeds United, Crystal Palace, Everton, Burnley, Nottingham Forest going down alongside Middlesbrough. We've done it. And that gives me hope, along with the fact that Larsen has 25-4, and the new signing, Ablin, comes in with 16-7. Bellegarde has done well for us. Happy with that. Munetsi seemingly has played 5-9. Why did he play? He shouldn't have played. Hold on a second. This could be an issue. Andre is fine. Gomez is fine. Okay. I thought for a second one of these guys will request a transfer because Munetsi has been playing. All good. Going into the squad now, we're looking at some decent ratings, you know. Bueno up to an 80. Just 23 years old. I really like that for this Wolves team. Chachua up to a 78, 24 years old. We can still build him up, but man, that is an issue. Doherty, I really hope he didn't play. We have, where's Santiago Bueno? Oh, he took over. Wait a second. Hold up. Did we just lose one of our centre-backs in the January transfer window to a release clause? Oh, yes, we did. Newcastle picked up Abadu. That's not good. How old was he? 28. You know what? It's fine. So at the end of the season, we're looking at Doherty, who's going to be retiring. I cannot extend the contract. And we're looking at a bunch of aging goalkeepers here. We need to make some moves in this upcoming transfer window. Before the season ends, we have 67 million to spend. And I'm going to spend it. And in true Wolves fashion, I brought in Sebastian Boselli for just 11 million. Lads, this is a typical signing. When we are managing Wolves right here, we cannot go for big names straight away. We need to go ahead and bring in players that we can build up. And that is that man on a 76 rating walking into the club. And we're going in for Rome, Jaden Owusu Oduro. This is a player that is originally from AZ Alkmaar. Seems like he's joined Manchester United right here, but because Wolves have just bought a player from AZ Alkmaar this past transfer window, I thought this would make sense. 74 rated, 21 years old. We can build him up for a long time. Give Jose Sa or Johnston another season. And hopefully at that point next season, he's going to be ready to take over. And in true Wolves fashion, I am going in for a youngster from Portugal, Gustavo Sa. I'm trying to sign him for the cam position. 77 rated, 21 years old. Let's make the deal happen, please. Accept the wages I'm offering, 40k. Come on, lads. Yes, he's joining too. And here is the price tag on him. He comes in for 16 million. So let's put them into the team. Bellegarde, I appreciate you, but Gustavo Sa is the future. And in true Wolves fashion, we need to make sure we keep building players to potentially sell on and make the most of it. Up until we qualify for European football, lads, every single season, we're going to sell a marquee player. It just has to happen. So moving forward from there, let's bring in the other lads as well. So Oduro is going to be a backup goalkeeper, as I mentioned. And of course, Boselli is going to be a centre-back option for us. That is just going to jump in straight away. Mosquera also at one point was regarded as a very big talent. So let's see what happens there. But Boselli, 23 years old, right-footed, 6 foot tall, really enjoys stats. And I believe we can build this guy up as well. Uruguayan centre-back. We know he's going to be a decent fighter. And actually, Bueno is Uruguayan as well. So we do have a bit of chemistry right there. And the player to leave is our midfielder. Gomez is leaving us. Lad, it's a painful thing to see, but he's moving on to Newcastle United, who are looking for another midfielder. Lads, this is how it's gonna go until European football. And the money that we got from that deal, we're investing straight away back into the squad, and it is a very talented player. Marius Stroikens from RSC Anderlecht is now moving into our club for about 30 million. It is a necessary move. It is once again a typical Wolves type of move. A player that doesn't play in one of the top 5 leagues now walks into our club to take over that center midfield position, turning Munetzi into a backup again. I'm sorry, pal. But Stroikens has gotten over 10 goal contributions last season for Anderlecht. He is now only 21 years old as I'm signing him. In real life, he's 20. Comes in with pace, shooting, passing, dribbling ability. Not the best at defending. Okay physicality, 5'10", and he does have incisive pass and the technical trait on him as well. So I think we can build this guy up really nicely, and I'm fully expecting him to score lots of goals for us as well. He could easily move into the cam position and be higher rated, but I'm going to keep him there for now. Oh boy, you are in for a game. Gustavo Sa and Wolves are taking on Brighton, and Strand Larsen scores instantly with me in the bottom right corner. Ecstatic, as you can tell. But obviously now Brighton comes through. They are just going to keep pushing. It's a 1-1 draw. Beautifully played. I tried to get the second. Good save by their keeper. I kept going. Andre getting past people with ease. He is about to score. No, he is not. It is actually Brighton running through 1v1. It is Adingra just smacking it from far out, basically, even if he didn't have to. But Strand Larsen and the boys are doing their best. And Ablin hits it off the crossbar and into the back of the net. We get a bit lucky right there with the goal line technology. Adingra, yep, he shoots, Sa saves, and they still score. 3-2. Brighton was too strong. It ends 4-2 passively, unless we can come back into this. Can we actually do this, lads? No. It's a 4-3 loss in the end. That loss right there led to multiple back-to-back losses. It was as if the team fell apart from that point on. Dropped to the 13th position, 47 points. I'm saying dropped because we were in the top 10 until that moment. So Brighton has truly taken it out of us. They are in that 8th position, enjoying life. Top performer this time is Ablin, who's up to an 85. Strand Larsen, 16 and 7 this season. Gustavo Sa, first season, 12 goal contributions. Bellegarde still playing a big role. And well, ratings-wise, I'm actually pretty happy with how things have gone right here. But defensively, we're still not there. Oh, Boselli up to an 80. I like that. Now, goalkeeping. That's Owusu is ready. He's up to a 77. He's going to take over next season. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of goalkeepers and make sure he gets that play time. We can finally strengthen this defense even more. But us finishing 13th once again means that one of our top players is going to leave. I'm just going to wait and see who offers first. Actually, first, it seems like Bellegarde is going to be leaving us, going to Aston Villa for 12 million. Our players out on loan, Gomez, Hoover, and Lima looking solid. Manchester United have come in for Strand Larsen and are willing to pay 60 million for him, which I personally obviously do not like. But this man has been performing for multiple seasons for us. And 60 million, I guess we cannot say no to. Time for sales, lads. We're looking at Tommy Doyle, who has requested a transfer, going to Crystal Palace. Wang Hee-chan, 7.9 million to Hellas Verona. Jose Sa leaves us, and the same goes for Johnston. and Müller-Wolf is going out on loan because Bueno is on fire, leaving us with a budget of 166 million. How do you replace Strand Larsen? You go after a player that might not be well known, but Duro Sinmi is now joining us from the Czech League. Yes, the Czech Republic's Victoria Pilsen have a very talented player in their squad, and I decided, you know what, let's make it happen. 7 games so far this season. 3 goals for himself over in the Czech Republic as we speak, but has decent potential. Comes in at a rating of 81 now. A perfect replacement, some would say, because he's 6'4", has pace, shooting ability, is physical, he has the finesse shot and the rapid and the aerial play style. So basically another tank of a player just like Strand Larsen. It is time to sign a player who is Portuguese, who has Premier League experience, who was loaned out to Juventus, but hasn't really made it in any of those teams. And this could be the chance for Renato Veiga to join a club in which he will be respected, a club in which he will be built up. Centre-back / CDM and even centre midfielder. I've seen him play in the Swiss league. He can even play as a cam if needed. But anyways, he comes into our team at a 79 rating to put up a fight against the likes of Totti and Bueno as well. So I'm thinking we build him up throughout the season and then he takes over a position. 81 pace, 78 defending, 84 physicality, left-footed, 6'3". I'm really liking this signing. And I do believe he is going to be playing an important role for us moving forward. The season is done and the question is, have we been able to improve? And yes, we have. A top 10 finish for Wolves on 57 points. Manchester United with Strand Larsen just in that 7th position, 2 points away. At the top, it's actually Brighton, which surprises me more than anything. We had made it to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, but got beaten on penalties, so no trophies for us yet. Numbers-wise, Ablin is the top player in the team. Duro Sinmi, 16-3. Sa, 15-7. Stroikens, 9-5. But as you know, we still haven't qualified for Europe, which means we will have to let go of one of our key players. With this man being so high rated and valued over 100 million, it only makes sense that it would make a move to a bigger side. It is official. Ablin is leaving Wolves, but don't you worry. I got a bunch of money for this one. Wolves can reinvest. What? Why doesn't it show? Anyways, let me just go ahead and show you right here, lads. Transfer history. Off we go. 150 million. Manchester City has picked him up. I'm just realizing Manchester teams are just buying our players this whole time. I have gone ahead and signed a player that was a big talent at one point, but didn't really make it on the big stage yet. We are going in for Pablo Torre, and it shows Matis Ablin. Of course, now it shows this. All right, can we move on, please? Thank you. Move. There we go. I bought him for 37 million, lads. This is a move I had to make. I was looking for a good deal out there, and it looked like his contract was running out. So we are getting ourselves an 84 rated attacking midfielder who at one point was a massive talent and still could be into our team. And Wolves is no stranger to buying Spanish players, so it was perfect for us. 25 years old, decent stats on him, good shooting, passing, dribbling, 4-star skill moves, 5'8", no play styles though, and hopefully he can grow alongside Sa. Sa actually 6'1", which is good because Torre is 5'8", and he's not going to bring in that physicality at all. It is becoming harder and harder to find players to fit into this team that aren't already playing for massive clubs. And this is the signing of Joel Ordóñez coming in from Middlesbrough right here. Bueno plus 33.8 million. Probably not the best rated transfer, but 84 rated. He takes over the center of our defense. He currently in real life obviously plays for Club Brugge. So I thought this would be yet another move that we have to make. Now, here's the catch. I need everyone in this starting 11 to grow at least by a +2. If that happens, I'm very confident we can qualify for European football and stop selling our top players. So please, guys, get it done this season, all right? I didn't play a game this season because I forgot. But let me tell you, we got second. Wolves just 3 points behind Manchester City. What the actual hell just happened? It looks like Duro Sinmi happened up to an 87, 25-3. Torre, 20 and 7, up to an 86. Gustavo Sa coming in with 17 and 10. Our front three have done an incredible job. And, well, in goal, Ovusu up to an 87, which probably made a huge difference. Renato Vega, 87. What? Okay. I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Andre, 85 rated now. He's 27. He's the captain of the squad. We qualified for Champions League football. Finally, we can stop selling our best players. This is the moment where Wolves just go back to winning trophies again. Now we can finally start focusing on backups and good ones. Ricardo Pepi is now joining into our team at a rating that will be very helpful. 53 million I paid for a backup, man. This is insane, but we did have 200 million to spend. So he comes in now at an actual rating of 84. I like that. Kalajic, I'm sorry. I'm going to take you out right now. And Pepe comes in at the age of 26, 6'1", finesse shot trait on him as well, 88 shooting, which is very good. Not the most amount of pace, but someone that could fit in really well into this team. And looking into my starting lineup, I love it, but the bench is not too bad either. Rodrigo on the wing with Lopez as well. Wolf is back from his loan. Hoover and Lima can provide cover in multiple positions. Totti and Lonwijk are there for the centre-back spot. I do, however, need a backup goalkeeper, which is something I'm just realizing. And so a Polish goalkeeper is walking into the club. I don't buy regens often, but today it felt right. Daniel Pawlowski comes into the team for 25 million. And at this stage, I actually want to know from you guys in the comments down below. Do you mind if I buy free agents or regens? Stuff like that. Let me know in the comments down below, because a lot of people don't like it because they don't feel it's like realistic or whatever. Let me know what you think about it. But 81 rated backup goalkeeper, that's not too shabby if you ask me. So welcome, buddy. He is decent. Good stats. Wolverhampton Wanderers, I'm proud of you. Why? Because you have won the Premier League ahead of Brighton, Everton, and Crystal Palace. That has to be the weirdest top four I've ever had on FC25. What just happened over here, lads? How have all of you qualified for Champions League football? Well, Liverpool is 5th, Man City is in the 8th position, Arsenal is 9th, it is Manchester United in 11th, Spurs in 12th, Chelsea in 14th, Aston Villa 15, Newcastle 16. My God. The FA Cup belongs to Southampton, but the Carabao Cup is ours. So finally, we have won a trophy alongside the Premier League that we have now won for the first time, of course. And we did play Champions League football, coming in 16th in the group phase. Then around the 16, beating Real Madrid 6-2 on aggregate. What is happening? Going into the quarterfinals, we beat Benfica 5-4. Semi-finals, it is Inter 3-2. And here we are, facing Manchester City, who obviously had won that Premier League title with just a 3-point gap above us. That was so crushing. But we're back on the Premier League, on the Carabao Cup, and now challenging for the Champions League. Who's up for the Ballon d'Or? Wow. Pablo Torre, 45 and 16. Mate, if we're talking career revival, that's it. He should be up for Ballon d'Or. But obviously the game only gives us to strikers. So Duro Sinmi could be up for it with 33 goal contributions. Gustavo Sa, 14 and 8. 18 actually. Stroikens 13 and 8. Chachua 12 and 2. Love that. Let me see the team. How are we looking here in terms of the starting 11? Is this a Champions League finale worthy team? Yes. 90 rapid plus. Let's go. Not more 90s though, which is a bit worrying going into this game. I only have one, but it's okay. The lowest rating is an 86 on Andre, who's been here since the beginning. I'm very happy with the bench as well. I think we can have some impact substitutions if needed. Wolves, are you ready to take on Manchester City? And their squad is looking like this. Haaland, Foden, Desiree Doué, Ablin. Of course, Ablin. How could I forget? Rodrigo, Kovacic, O'Reilly. You have Bremer, Singo, Kabore, Alisson, Becca. Yashari, that's apparently how you say it. We have Akanji on the bench. Yeah, that's going to be a tough team to beat, man. That attack, that front four is scaring me. All right, seems like we're going to be at Old Trafford for this matchup right here. The place that Strand Larsen has obviously left to, but Manchester City, have one of our players as well. Ablin, are you on the pitch, pal? Let's see how this one goes for us. Hopefully we can pick up a victory here and Wolves win a huge European trophy with a team that we have built through years of trying to sort out the mess of having to sell our best players over and over again. Some of you might know, actually. Hold on. The game between Arsenal and Manchester United has happened yesterday. And I have actually uploaded a video on the second channel, CaniSports 2. I would love for you guys to jump over there and see my reaction to the Premier League football this weekend. Today, I'm going to be taking my time to record another video where I react to the United versus Arsenal game as well. So please, get involved as Durosimi scores. Let's go. Where are you at, Ablin? Where are you, Strand Larsen? This man is a new leader of Wolves. But yeah, going back to it, it's a really nice place where people come in and like basically discuss everything about football and talk about their teams. I don't just talk about one game specifically. I talk about multiple games that have happened, even in different leagues as well. So if you guys want to jump in, please do. Ablin, I see you, bro. He absolutely wrecked me there. I didn't know what to do. He was like moving mad. And it just led to me opening up completely in that center. My center backs are just watching at that stage. Okay, we have a battle. Andre, cross, whipped in. Header, Renato Vega. Let's go. This man is sat on the bench at Chelsea. He needs to play. Golasso from the Portuguese. Ordóñez has been dominating Haaland and more now. Durosimi is through. Come on, Durosimi. Let's go. Show me that strength, the power. Alisson with the save. Another whipped in cross. Another header. Nearly another goal. Ablin and the boys moving. I'm right there trying to prevent that. Ordóñez, first tackle is good. Second isn't, but Owusu's there. Haaland inside the box. Owusu saves a power shot inside the box from Haaland. That is mad impressive. Ordóñez and the lads trying to defend Ablin. One last tackle. Come on. Stop him. Someone please stop him. Oh, yes. What a tackle. That is the end. It is. Wolves have won the Champions League. Put them trophies up. Celebrate in the city centre. You deserve it. And the Ballon d'Or should be going to Pablo Torre for an incredible season, but it's going to Durosimi because he's an attacker. Simple as that. Midfielders are just not in a good position to win it. Hopefully in FC26 they are. But hey, I'm not mad at the fact that he has won it. He stepped up in the Champions League finale compared to Pablo Torre. So Durosimi, congratulations on this one. Wolves, it's going to be a tough season this year, but let's see what you guys can do in the last few days of the transfer window to maybe go ahead and save yourselves. Take care and peace.